Welcome to the Van Conen Sessions. Here, it's all things life and music.
We are live
at 5 on the Van Conen Sessions. Hey guys, welcome to it.
Welcome.
This week we are going to discuss vocals once again with our good friend and brother Tyler Ruchgy. He should be joining us shortly. Not sure how many is going to join, but we appreciate all of you there, and we are slowly growing subscribers and followers. We appreciate that for sure.
Absolutely.
And Tyler is a good friend and brother from the heart of the thumb, Marlette, Michigan.
Yes, I haven't seen Tyler in years. I can't even put a year on it.
Yeah, we ran into each other in Sandusky Walmart. I think it was last summer. I hadn't seen him in years. And there he was with his headphones on, right, getting some tunes in. Mr.
You gotta get
Tyler
the
is
tunes
chiming
in.
in as we speak. I
Oh.
hear you.
Sorry, guys, I'm not real good at this stuff.
That's all
Oh,
good,
you're
man.
good. We can hear you now.
We got you.
All right. Well, slow but sure, we're here.
Cool, man.
That's
Appreciate
right.
your time joining us, brother.
What's going down?
Not a whole lot, man. Been a long time. I think Bret and I were just talking. We hadn't seen you in a long time, and I think last year, I think it was last summer, I ran into you in Walmart and Sandusky. You had your headphones on. I'm like, Tyler Ruchgy, man, what is going on?
Yeah, I try to get as much rock and roll as possible.
Absolutely, man.
Heck yeah. It's good for the soul.
Oh, I couldn't live without it.
No, absolutely. I can see, looks like you got some cool prop behind you there. I see AC/DC over your shoulder.
Oh yeah, my brother's hangout pad is pretty awesome here. Give me a second, I'll show you around.
Nice.
Oh, heck yeah.
Cool.
It's the man cave.
Yeah, exactly.
You do any singing or recording in there? Oh, nice.
Very cool.
Lots of 8-tracks and the old LPs.
Nice. Got a few guitars hanging behind the John Deere there.
Yeah.
Some
Heck yeah.
guitars.
Got some keyboards over there in the corner that we're going to mount on the wall here, too. He's going to put somewhere when he finds the room.
Cool.
From an old piano we used to have in our basement when we were kids.
Nice. So I was going to ask you, how old were you when you started singing?
Honestly, 2 years old.
Really?
Heck yeah.
Did you
Yeah.
Did you have a teacher per se, or
I had the best teacher in the world, my mom.
really cool?
Yeah. I guess you could say I was a bit of a hellion or a wild child peeler. They had all kinds of nicknames for kids like me back then. One of those guys who didn't like to sit still for very long. And that was her way of connecting and communicating. Out of 5 kids, she learned to adapt, and that was my deal. She was a piano player and organist for the Baptist Church in Cadillac, Michigan,
Oh, wow.
through her teenage years and early married years with my dad. And she would sit down at the keyboards and the organ that my dad bought her when I was 2 years old. And that's what we would do. She would sit there and play the music, and we would sing along, and she would keep me entertained for hours.
Oh, very cool.
So cool.
And then when my brothers and sisters were at school, and we the old LP players back then,
Right.
the stereos that were all in the one cabinet unit were easy for me to reach in and put records on and just listen to a variety of everything I had at my hands, from big band music with my parents, folk music, to Southern rock, the Beatles, the Beach Boys,
Oh yeah.
Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons, to Rush, Led Zeppelin,
Oh yeah.
some of the heavier things with one brother and another brother, like the horns and stuff of Chicago. And so I had a real wide variety of listening when I was young to grow up with.
That's very
And it's
cool.
just kept me basically entranced all my life. I
Very
That's
cool.
so
really
cool.
I don't have any other way to put it than other than entranced.
That's kind of the
It's a good
best way
word for
to
it.
be raised up, with that many different, bands or genres that you grew up with. I mean, I was kind of the same way. I grew up with my grandparents for the most part, and so, I used to watch Hee Haw and listen to country and all that stuff, and
Yeah,
you know,
Hee-Haw's all jug band.
right. And then then it in the early '80s, of course, turned into AC/DC and then Phil Collins and all that good stuff, and it just grew over the years.
Right, right. Well, my problem, I guess not necessarily a problem, but my thing has always been, for some odd reason, that when the things that are on the radio are popular at the time, and they're playing the living daylights out of them, they drive me crazy. I
Right,
don't want anything to do with them. And then 10 years later, when everybody else is tired of that, I'm like, hey, that's really not that bad.
right.
Right.
Yeah,
Takes me a while,
you've
but well, go ahead.
you've shared some cool stuff with me. You and I all shared some videos back and forth, and
Yeah.
you had sent me that Dio. It was Ronnie James. I had never heard of that. That was pretty cool, man. I listened to that whole.
Elf.
Yeah, yeah, Elf. Yeah,
Elf.
I
Yeah.
had
That Ronnie James Dio sings the blues,
that was good.
and good stuff, man. I don't hold me to it. I know that it was either the keyboard player or the guitar player. I'm not 100% sure which one it was, but one of those guys was his cousin. And
Uh,
when they recorded that, that's what came out. They recorded a couple albums, I know, but that one's the one I like the best. It was their first one.
okay, very cool. Have you
Yeah,
you
that's the
been?
one you sent to me too, right, Pops? That
Yeah,
yeah, that was cool. That was cool.
yeah, it was good. Yeah. Um, have you been doing anything? I know you said you sang at your church, obviously, but have you done anything with bands in the past handful of years or anything?
No, sir, I have
No,
not.
no.
Like the only band I wait a minute, I take that back. Excuse me. The worship band at church
Okay.
put together an 80s set for the Marlette High School kids a few years back. Um, uh, our worship team drummer, Roger Major, had a son who was graduating that year, and his wife and his son's mother worked at the school at the same time, and thought it would be kind of a cool idea if maybe we could throw, like 8, 10, 80 songs together and do a little thing for the kids.
Oh,
So we
cool.
Right
did,
on.
and it was really, really cool. And
I bet.
they got wind of it at Lapeer, and we wound up making an appearance at Lapeer Days that year as well.
Very cool.
Very cool.
It was kind of cool because I had been wanting to play Lapeer Days for years with other bands and never got the opportunity. And then lo and
Cool how that
behold,
happens, huh?
yeah, yeah. And then lo and behold, later on, as I'm with my band from church and we're playing some '80s music, I get to play it. So it all worked out. It was pretty cool.
Very
Next step,
cool.
DTE.
Oh, nice.
Pine
Yeah,
Knob, here I come, baby.
that would be cool, huh?
Heck yeah.
I've seen you.
Anthony Spade, welcome in.
Yeah, thanks guys for chiming in, man. We appreciate it. I've seen you perform at several places over the years, back in the day, Deagle and, Marlette.
Yeah,
And
that's when I remember
you're
seeing
always
him
great.
sing.
You've been a great singer, man, from everything I've ever heard.
Thank you very
Absolutely.
much. I appreciate that, buddy. Thank
Yeah,
you.
no problem. And what is it about the little guys with the big vocals, man? You know, it seems to be all the best vocalists are the little guys, they can bellow it out, man. It seems to be that way, for the most part.
Right. Well, we got to do something with what we got,
Right.
I guess.
Absolutely.
There you go.
Even if
Uh,
it's not much, we got to try and give it our best at the time.
what would you say if any would be your favorite style of music to sing? That'd be a tough one,
Just
huh?
pretty much straight up classic rock and blues, to be honest with you.
Right on.
Um, I guess my favorite vocalist, if I had to choose, my favorite vocalist is really, really tough, but I would probably put Paul Rogers right up there from
Okay.
Bad Company, the
Yeah, he's
original
good.
lead singer for Bad Company. He's got such grit and soul and just such an amazing writing style that he's one of the guys that I really admire the most. If you've ever had the opportunity or ever get the opportunity, I would suggest you go on YouTube and check out the Paul Rogers Muddy Water Tribute album, which obviously Paul's the lead vocalist, but there are multiple guest guitarists from like David Gilmour, Steve Miller, Trevor Rabin,
Wow.
Gary Moore, Slash.
Nice.
Probably Neil Sean, I believe, is on there too.
Okay.
So it's definitely worth checking out.
Okay, cool. I don't know how much time you had, but Brett and I had kind of put together a top vocalist list of people that we liked, and that's really hard to do, but we did it
Yeah,
anyways. And we'd kind of like to run down 'em with you and get your thoughts on all of them.
I love it.
Cool.
I got all the time in the world.
All right, cool, man. So I will start out some of these. So Brett and I did it, and we didn't tell each other. We kind of wanted to see which ones would match, right? If we and which ones we would name the same one. So, anyways, and I just did it in alphabetical order because I wasn't trying to pick the favorite one. It's kind of impossible to do.
Right.
So my list, like I said, it's alphabetical order. So it starts out with Brett Michael Sychak, aka Brett Michaels, born in
Hmm.
'63 in Butler, Pennsylvania. What do you think about him?
I like Brad Michaels. I like him better as a soloist.
Okay,
I was never I was never really a big fan of Poison for some reason.
okay,
I guess I that was one of the '80s bands that really didn't do much for me personally. But I know that I totally give credit where credit is due. Don't get me wrong.
right on.
Um, give them 100% credit because obviously they're where they are, and I'm still stuck here in Marlette.
Gotcha. Yeah,
But no, but really, they just were not one of my favorite. But as they progressed and grew musically, then I grew more of an appreciation for them that way myself.
oh, absolutely. So next on my list is Brian Johnson. I've heard you beller him a little bit.
Wow. Oh yeah, that is close to untouchable.
Right on. Yeah,
It
right on.
just you really I love to sing Brian Johnson, but it's just he's one of those vocalists that you really have to hone in on the song that you're gonna do and make sure that you do it well because he's one of those guys that's just Um, so hard to emulate. I try not to imitate. I try to emulate
Right.
and get their sound. It's not necessarily an imitation thing for me. I just am trying to express my appreciation for what they do and the way they sound.
Yeah, absolutely.
Uh,
Uh,
Sure.
next,
Haley and Jesse are here, by the way.
cool. Thanks, guys. We appreciate you chiming in. Brian Guy Adams is on as my next one on the list. What do you think about him?
Brian Adams.
Yep,
I love Brian Adams.
rock on.
I
I just,
love Brian Adams.
yep, heck yeah.
Um, he's one of my guys that one of my go-to guys for emulators. Can do Summer of '69 pretty well. But I have you listened to his the album after Reckless, Into the Fire? Have you heard it? Have you heard any of the tracks off of that, like In the Heat of the Night or the title track Into the Fire?
I'm not sure how new is that or old.
It's well, let me see, 1990.
Oh wow. And see, I probably have heard some of it then. I might just not know it off the top of my head.
There's I believe I'm pretty sure the song off of that album, the track off of that album that played the most was In the Heat of the Night.
Okay.
Yeah, I think, yeah, I know that one for sure.
In the heat of the night, they'll be coming around. They'll be looking for answers. They'll be
Yep, I didn't
chasing
know who
you
that was
down.
though.
Okay.
But I've heard that, but yeah,
Yeah.
you learn something new every day.
Right on. Yeah.
Well, Brett ought to love it because it's got a great backbeat to it.
Cool.
Heck yeah.
David Lee Ross next on my list. What do you think about David?
Oh,
Uh,
snap.
There's a lot of mix when it comes to David Lee Roth.
Love Van Halen first album. David Lee Roth, it depends. I love David Lee Roth's vocals, but his attitude used to drive me crazy.
Right. Yeah.
I always felt he was a poser as far as his attitude, but vocally phenomenal, you know.
Right.
Um, Another one of those guys that you really have to be careful of how you do it to show him the respect that he deserves and sound good, but great vocalist. Really like David Lee Roth.
Yep. Definitely. Excellent vocalist. So I have names and some of them I actually have the real names, so some of them people may not recognize. Edward Louis Severson III, aka Eddie Vedder. What do you think about him?
Well, Eddie, I wouldn't say he's one of my favorite vocalists. We used to cover him a lot when I was in Alibi.
Okay.
Um, a, Perfect for my range, but it's you got to have closed caption to understand what he's trying to say.
Right. I was waiting for it.
You know, it's kind of like you're guessing what he's saying there, but you know it's kind of fun too because you can mix it up. You know, kind of a
Right.
watermelon thing. You know?
Right. Right.
Make your way through.
Next on the list is Elvis Aaron Presley.
Oh,
Yeah.
the king, baby.
Hell yeah.
The king. Elvis Aaron Presley. That's where probably my first true love for singing came from was Elvis Presley. One of those guys that just couldn't get enough of as a kid. Elvis, you know, live in Hawaii and Elvis 65, you know, I mean, that was 2 years previous before I was born, but, you know, they played the living daylights out of it and rightfully so.
Right.
Definitely the king. No other explanation. I've always had a huge and deep respect and love for Elvis Presley ever since I was a little kid.
Absolutely. Shout out real quick
I'm
Dennis.
to
kind of bummed because I used to have this greatest hits double album. And one of my favorite songs at the time was GI Blues.
okay.
Blues, imagine that. And
Right.
I I took it to school with me to show it off, and somebody ripped it off at the end of the day, and I never got it back.
Oh man. So
But
quick shout out. We have a couple listeners, Jesse and Haley. They are actually in Elvis' hometown, Tupelo, Mississippi, right now listening to us. So thanks, guys.
hi
Yes.
guys.
Um, next on the list, and one of the ones that Brett came up with as well, Freddie Mercury.
Yes, Queen's Freddie Mercury, another one of those incredible, absolutely incredible vocalists.
Yep, for sure.
Amazing range, um, amazing emotion, and just an incredible performer. Yeah, definitely, definitely in my top five. Freddie Mercury for sure.
Right on. Next up, James Hetfield. Eh,
Hatfield,
eh.
not a lot of range there.
No, no, I agree with
Not
you
a,
there.
not a lot of variation. Um,
He actually
I
showed
won,
off, I think, a little more when he did the load. Was it load or reload when he did Mama Said? Uh, yeah, it was kind of like country. Actually, I was pissed off at the time. I'm like, what the hell is this? I ain't Metallica. But he actually does good in that. But I get where
I
you're.
don't think I don't believe I've heard that.
Yeah,
I'll
Yeah.
have to
that's
look that
definitely a
up.
good one.
Oh, it is
Mama
really
said.
good. What's that, Brett? What do you?
No, I was just saying Mama Said is definitely a really good one if you haven't heard
Yeah,
that one.
definitely. They when they went through load and reload, they went through a bunch of changes. I wasn't really happy about it. Of course, you want like AC/DC, you kind of want the band to be the band, and Metallica did so many changes. It's like that's
Yeah.
not Metallica, man. I mean, it's good, but it's not really Metallica,
Right,
man. So
right.
I'm with you there on that. But he was Metallica was so hugely influential to me when I was a teenager. I just had to include him. Um, next up, James Joseph Brown.
James Brown.
Yeah, you feel
Yeah,
good?
love James Brown, man. Living in America. Anybody remember Rocky 2 or Rocky 3 it was?
Okay,
Living in America. James Brown was in that movie and did a great video for that movie. It's on my playlist, as a matter of fact. Living in America.
right on.
Yeah, heck yeah.
Adrian. Yeah.
This is a man's world.
Heck yeah.
Sorry, went off into space for a moment there.
It's all
Oh
good,
Uh,
no,
man. We could.
you gotta do it. Yeah.
since we were by the H's and you mentioned James Hetfield, I'm going to mention one of my favorite singers, Warren Haynes
Uh,
from Government Mule, and
okay.
the front man from Government Mule, and guitar player and vocalist for the Allman Brothers for several years too.
I recognized the name as soon as you said it, but I couldn't put a place on it. But yeah, okay, because you've shared some of their stuff with me, Government Mule, and good stuff. Yeah.
Oh boy, I cannot honestly say enough good stuff about those guys. They are a southern rock, blues, jazz, jam band. Does
Yeah.
that make any sense?
Oh,
It
yeah.
does.
Also, so here's a real great voice in my opinion. John.
Eric Herbert says Rocky 4.
Oh, Rocky Four. Okay.
Okay.
Um, John Cameron Fogerty. Now that I love that guy, man.
Yeah, he's on mine too.
I'm not familiar with him.
Sure you are.
CCR.
Oh, John Fogerty. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I misunderstood you.
No, that's good. That's all
Yep.
good.
Oh yeah, I love a lot of his solo stuff too.
Okay.
A lot of his solo stuff. Um, I haven't heard anything from him recently, but yeah, I'm a huge fan of CCR and John Fogerty.
How can you not like that? That's he's got a very unique voice. Um, and next
Absolutely.
up, John Michael Osborne. Who
Ah,
can
yes.
gotta love, man, that guy's a great singer.
Let the madness begin.
Yo,
Right.
you
I had the privilege of seeing Ozzy, one, two, three, four times.
cool.
And
Nice.
just absolutely great every time, every single time.
I
Um,
can imagine.
let me see who opened for him. Oh, I can't remember. Anyway, always a good time, always a crazy show. And Ozzy rules. Rest in peace, brother. Thank you for the many,
Absolutely.
many, many hours and days of entertainment and just love for music.
Oh, absolutely. You
For
had mentioned
sure.
that you and your pastor do some Ozzy.
Yes,
And,
I'll I gotta say, Pastor Paul Rowling, truly one of the most gifted guitar players I've ever worked with. And I have been blessed and worked with some really excellent guitar players. I really have. I can't fib.
that
Kurt Panko from Alibi, rest in peace, brother. Gary Piccolo from Flipside, rest in peace, brother.
uh,
Um, uh, Paul Rowling here, he is very fluent and he knows just about everything I know. He was a former '80s rocker himself,
right on.
and felt the need and felt the call and became a pastor. Well, he became saved 20 years ago. He became a pastor. Actually, our church, Hope Church Marlette, is celebrating 15 years,
Cool.
January 18th.
Very cool.
And we had 922 people over five Christmas services this year.
Wow.
We had 544 people over three services on Christmas for our Christmas Sunday, and 380 some for the Christmas Eve service, two services that night. So the word is spreading, and people are
Mm.
hungry, and you know it. A lot of good things have come from this. But yeah, Pastor Paul, he can whip out anything.
Cool.
A lot of times I'll sneak into the church a little bit early, about 7:15, and we'll get together and maybe run through a little White Snake or a little bit
Heck
of an
yeah.
AC/DC song or something along the lines, or we'll discuss an old Eagles song or Joe Walsh. There's another great singer, another one of my favorite singers. Greg Allman. There's another one of my favorite singers.
Very cool.
Um, have you heard the song India by Joe Walsh?
India.
I don't believe so.
Don't
It
think so.
is it is instrumental, but it's very, very cool and it's recent. And there's also Funk Number 50. You remember Funk 49 by the James Gang?
Okay.
Well, he revisits that and does Funk Number 50 on the same album. It's worth checking out.
Nice.
Eric Herbert says, how about Bruce Dickerson?
Bruce Dickinson from Iron Maiden. Love that guy. Iron Maiden, got a lot of Iron Maiden in my playlist, in my Spotify playlist. I've got over 3,300 songs on my like songs playlist, so I have a
Wow.
huge variety of stuff to listen to. As a matter of fact, I just listened to Children of the Damned the other day.
Okay. Myself, I
But
was never really a big Iron Maiden fan, but I mean that what's that one tune? You got another thing coming? That's a good tune. I like that one a lot.
the
Um
Trooper, Run to the Hills.
Yeah, Run to the Hill. Okay, I know a few of them. I probably don't
Number
know.
of the Beast. I mean, not, it's not something that I adhere to, the Number of the Beast, but
Exactly.
it is a good song.
Right on. Yeah, sometimes me.
Tyler's just racking them off like, come on, let me tell you these. You gotta know these ones over
Right.
here.
Uh, so
That's right, tough guy.
tough guy over
Hey, don't
Yeah.
there.
make me come over. Don't make me come over there.
Yeah, that's
Don't make
funny.
me do it.
I'll
So
fire you off the roof.
next on the list over here, Bret also had was Johnny Cash.
Johnny
Absolutely.
Cash. See, a lot of these guys I used to love to listen to when I was a kid. I love Johnny Cash. I love the stories that Johnny Cash tells when
Right.
he sings a song.
Storyteller, yep.
But way out of my range as far as singing with that deep bass voice that Johnny Cash has got. But I love to hear him. I love to sit and listen to him and hear Johnny Cash sing.
Speaking of deep voices, I gotta just bring up a mention. I didn't put him in here, but well, I just had him on the top of my head.
Josh Turner.
Josh Turner.
I knew, because
Man, Josh Turner has got the voice, that little guy. It's like, where does that come from, man?
Yeah.
Amazing voice, man. Wow.
Well, if you would go with him, you might find
Right.
out.
Yep. Exactly. So we've also got a couple ladies on here. I think Bret had, yeah, I think we actually come up with a couple of the same. So next on my list is Mariah Carey. Beautiful voice.
Beautiful voice. Love. I'm a Ann Wilson fan. How about
Yeah.
Ann Wilson from Heart?
Yep. Oh man, they did Zeppelin, Stairway to Heaven. You ever see that? That's
Oh, that
beautiful.
was incredible. Yeah.
I've seen their
He
version of
made
rock and roll.
Okay.
he made Robert Plant tear up with or
Yeah,
they made Robert Plant tear up with their rendition.
yeah.
Nice.
That's it. Yeah, they're sitting in the crowd watching, and that's good, man.
Have you ever heard of Sass Jordan?
Sass
I don't
Jordan.
believe
I
so.
don't think so.
She's a really good singer too.
Okay.
My favorite female singer is Susan Tedeschi.
Hmm.
If you have not heard her
I,
of the Tedeschi Trucks Band,
Okay.
you guys, oh my lord, now you've got to check her out. I will send you a video of her and Derek Trucks and Warren Haynes at the White House doing visitation for President Obama at the time,
Okay.
and they do absolute killer blues that Derek Trucks' slide guitar is just absolutely phenomenal, and her voice just sends chills right down your spine.
Okay, cool. I'll actually, which reminds me also, I don't have this lady on there, but I'm in the works of trying to get an interview with a lady. Her name is Glenn Brook. You'll find her on Facebook, Glenn Brook Music.
Okay.
We found her we seen her at Blake's Orchard last summer.
Oh, okay.
She's a Detroiter, and I've been conversing back and forth with her a little bit. But I'll
Uh,
send you a link too and check out some of her music. She really sounds like Stevie Nicks. She's got a beautiful voice. Um,
nice.
yeah. Anyway, so she's supposed to come
which
on.
Stevie Nicks is on my list.
Okay.
Yeah. Her and Christine McVie, both of them from Fleetwood Mac.
Okay.
Both the female singers from Fleetwood Mac are incredible. Christine McVie's version of Songbird from the Rumors album is just it's heart-wrenchingly beautiful.
Nice.
So did
Next.
you guys enjoy the Joe Bonamassa Oh Holy Night video that I sent you?
Oh man, that was amazing, dude. Wow. I don't know if Brett's seen that or not.
Yeah, did you send that to me? I don't know. I
Send it
don't
to
know if I
Brett.
seen
Oh, I
that one or
did.
not.
Yeah, I'm not. I did. Yeah,
Maybe I didn't because I figured your dad would.
That's
sometimes
okay.
it's hard
Well,
to.
I'll make sure I see it for
We got
sure.
so much going on between the two of us. It's hard to keep up with everything. But I did watch it. That was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, matter of fact, that would kind of tear me up because that's beautiful, man.
Haley
I forgot
says,
about it.
love the song Landslide by Fleetwood Mac. Yeah, that's a favorite from me too. Landslide
Amen.
for sure.
Okay.
Amen.
Next up on my list is Michael Joseph Jackson.
Hey.
The incredible Thriller himself.
Yeah.
Yep, he's also on mine.
And after him, we have Prince Rogers Nelson.
Oh, I love Prince. He was one of my big favorites during the 80s
Yeah,
when most
absolutely.
everybody else was listening to White Snake and Quiet Riot and all of the hair bands. I was listening to Prince and The Time and a lot of the funk stuff at that time.
Yeah, he was an
And then,
amazing musician and vocalist all the way
oh
around.
man, he would, well, his first demo album, he played, produced, and recorded in
Really?
every single vocal, drum, keyboard, guitar, bass. He did it all.
Okay,
Every
wow.
single
Oh wow, I
instrument,
did not know that.
everything. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
rest.
I believe for the first album, I think it's Prince is what it's called. It's either Prince or Heart or something like that. His first album, and
Okay.
then the Dirty Mind album. Afterwards, I'm pretty sure that he did all of the vocals and all the instruments for that as well.
No, very nice.
And then as he progressed into Controversy in 1999 and Paisley Park and everything afterwards, then, that's where he brought in more musicians and stuff.
Okay. Next up on my list is Robert Anthony Plant.
Ah, another one of my
Yeah.
favorites.
Oh yeah.
I've always been a Zepp head ever since I was a kid. It was one of the one, well, was one of the ones in my brother's album collection, record collection. So, yeah, Zeppelin 4 and Zeppelin 2 were the ones that got listened to probably the most.
Oh,
But
which reminds me
uh,
of All My Love. Man, that's, the song about his little boy that died young, 5 years old. That's terrible, man. That'll make you,
yeah,
that'll tear you up a
I've
little bit.
I've been through that a little bit myself. I had when I was with my ex-wife a few years back before my daughter was born, we had a son who came at 6 months into term, and he lasted for 2 days and couldn't they couldn't get his blood to clot, and he passed away.
Oh, very
So
sorry to
Oh,
hear that.
I've been through that. I've had that experience a little bit.
Sad.
It's a heck of a thing to have to, with your loved one in the hospital, you're trying to get her because they had to take him C-section, and then they were shipping him down to Pontiac, and I couldn't really, leave her. And we're checking in with him, and then they called us and said, "Well, he's not doing too good. Do you want him to have last rites? Do you want us to keep him on a machine?" That
Uh,
these are the questions that kind of haunt you.
right.
But it's life. It smacks you in the face,
Well,
whether you
thankfully,
like it or don't.
right. But, thankfully we know where he's at. So,
Right. Well,
um,
that was my deal when they said, "Do you want him to have last rites?" I said, "He doesn't need them. He's only two
right.
days old. He's completely innocent. He hasn't had time to sin."
Yep.
You know, he
Um,
came early. He wasn't ready.
speaking of, yeah, I'm very sorry to hear that, man. I didn't
Well,
realize that.
thanks.
But speaking of that, we were going to have you on the week for 2 weeks ago, and you had an emergency. Is your son all right?
Yep.
Okay,
He's good.
good. Okay,
Yep.
good.
good.
I figured it must be
Um,
okay, but I mean, I didn't hear back, so I wanted to make
Yeah.
sure.
we have a question from Patrick Heffron.
Okay.
Sure.
Opinion on vocalists being musicians. Is there a difference between instrument players and exclusive singing showmen? Example, Elvis or Sinatra.
Excellent question. Excellent question. Um, I guess I never really thought of it, but when when expressed like that, when asked in that particular fashion, it would seem more so that those guys were just a singer slash showman. Um, I am not. I haven't seen a lot of documentary as far as Frank Sinatra's involvement in the writing of the music. Um, Lyrically, either. I mean, as far as that goes, lyrically, not everybody writes their own vocals all the time. Anyway, that just kind of comes and goes with the territory.
Right on. Yeah,
Yeah, that was a good question.
yeah, good question for sure.
Excellent question.
Do you play any instruments at all?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
I play saxophone.
Okay, cool.
Oh, heck
Yeah,
yeah.
I played saxophone from fifth grade all the way through high school, and in a couple of bands afterwards too.
Oh, so you got your lung exercise there.
Yeah,
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 nice.
that helps.
Yeah.
I can
Um,
imagine. Holy crap.
That being a swimmer, I'm a good swimmer too. So when I spend my time in the water, I spend a lot of time underwater, and that expands the lungs too. So
all right.
just all stupid stuff I used to do when I was a kid has turned out to be to my advantage as a singer later on in life.
Definitely. Next up on my list is Robert Clark Seeger.
Another one of my favorites. If you go on YouTube, a couple of years ago, I won the Lexington Village Theater um, annual karaoke contest. They have it every January.
Yep, I'm looking right now.
This year will be 10 years, and I've won three times. I'm the only multi-winner there. I'm the only
Oh,
person to
cool.
win more than once. And this year is the 10-year anniversary, and I'm going to win number 4 this year. But if you go on YouTube
Heck yeah.
and look up my name and under Night Moves,
Okay.
and you can hear my how do I want to say, my version or rendition of Night Moves
Okay.
karaoke style, Bob Seger wise, and ooze a little use on there kind of thing.
Cool.
Very cool.
Actually, I was gonna ask you. I didn't know if you were doing that still or not because I know a guy. Well, I don't really know him, but a guy, Ricky Pacina from Croswell. He's also participating in that.
Yeah. Rick's a good guy.
Okay.
We
Yep.
we talk every year.
Cool. Um, Next up, none other than Ronald Belford Scott, Bon Scott.
Um, he's in the same category as as Brian Johnson and those other untouchables. Is kind of one of those guys that
His story
such
is very
such
amazing too.
a
Yeah.
unique stamp and a unique statement of a voice that
Yep.
it's just, as soon as you hear it, you know exactly who's singing. There's no question about it.
Right.
Absolutely. Their story, just an amazing story with because Bon Scott had mentioned to their guys about Brian Johnson before he had passed away. And
Uh,
because they were, had thought about giving up. And they remembered this Brian Johnson guy. And, I'm sure you've seen the story and it's very interesting and very cool how their voices, how it all came together. And it's just like a transition. It was almost perfect, even though they're
that's
two different
awesome.
guys. Um, Gives me chills thinking about it, man. Next up is Roy Kelton Orbison.
Another one of those guys. I love singing Roy.
Great voice.
I I really enjoyed him most with the Traveling Wilburys.
Yeah, that's some good stuff there.
Oh boy, could you get any more super of a super group?
Right.
Mhm.
I
Man,
mean, really.
he
Jeff
was,
Lynne from ELO, Tom Petty, Roy
uh,
Orbison, George Harrison, Bob Dylan. Yeah, wow,
yeah,
what a
absolutely.
lineup!
Yeah,
And they all used to live within a couple of blocks of each other in this gated community,
okay.
and all just decided to get together and jam and record. And next thing you know, here's the Traveling Wilburys. That'd be kind of cool.
That is cool.
What
Yeah.
what a way to go!
Yeah, unfortunately, he died young of a heart attack at 52.
Yeah.
Um, Next up on the list, I got one more page after this. Sebastian Philip Bierk, aka Sebastian Bach. He was actually born in Hawaii, man, and they moved to
Really?
Canada. You crazy? Anyways,
You
what's your
Talk
take
about
on
one
crazy.
him?
extreme to the other.
Right.
Yeah, right.
What's your take on him? I think he's got an amazing voice.
Skid Row.
Yeah,
Skid Row. Yes, I think it's just monkey business. That's what I think.
absolutely. And that's a
To
great
me, to
tune.
me, it's just monkey business.
Yeah, right on.
Pun
Uh,
definitely intended.
yeah.
only,
So,
only a little.
so now we go back to Van Halen. Next up, Samuel Roy Hagar. What do you think about Sammy?
Uh,
I love that guy.
right, right next to Paul Rogers for me.
Right on. He's just so
One of
cool.
my all-time top favorite rock and roll vocalists. Everything from Montrose to his own solo stuff to Van Halen,
Yep.
to Chickenfoot. I
Yep.
love
Yep.
this. I love the stuff he's been doing with Chickenfoot, and what he just recently, well, not well, maybe what have we, maybe 6 months ago or so, he put out a song with Joe Bonamassa,
Okay.
Fortune Teller Blues. That was really cool too. There's another relatively decent singer. I think he's a pretty good singer, as well as an amazing guitar player, old Joe Bonamassa.
Yep.
You guys check
Okay.
him out.
Yeah, I've heard some of this stuff for sure. You sent me some of
Other
his.
than the old other than the old Holy Night that I've sent you, you got
Okay.
Brett. Look up Evil Mama.
Gotcha.
Okay.
The beginning drum solo on that is just about like when it starts, it sounds like rock and roll from Led Zeppelin, but as they get into it, wow, you're gonna love it, man. You will really, really dig it. And please
Nice.
make sure you give me some feedback on it because I want to know what you think.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Cool. Next up on my list is Scott Weiland.
Scott Weiland, Mr. Stone Temple Pilots.
Yes, sir.
I like Scott. I liked a lot of the stuff that them guys did. I was really disappointed to learn that he took himself out
Yeah.
trying to trying to catch that rush. But I
Yep.
mean, I can't say that I haven't been there. Maybe not to quite that extent, but
Right.
done some pretty stupid things back in my day. But what a waste of good talent and writing ability.
Absolutely. I think actually it's funny because when I started collecting CDs, I was probably it was Brett was like 2 years old or a year old when their CD was the first CD I ever bought, STP.
Really,
Because it was,
Um,
transitioning from cassettes and whatnot to CDs,
Eric
so
Herbert says, "Great live, guys. I have to dip out. Keep it up." So
thanks for
thank you
chiming
for
in, man.
coming,
We
Eric.
appreciate it.
thanks for watching.
Absolutely. Next up,
For
Sir
sure.
Elton Hercules John.
Hercules,
Elton John.
Hercules.
Yeah, yeah.
I am a fan of Elton John. I love Elton John's music. Incredible writer, incredible musician. Goodbye Yellow Brick Road is definitely one of my top 10 favorite albums. That was one of the albums that I used to listen to as a kid a lot. And
Okay.
if you look, I don't know if you can find it nowadays. You probably have to go into the old record shops to find it. But when you look at it, when you open it up, it was like a threefold double album.
Oh,
And
nice.
every song had like a picture of the song, and then everything was, written out lyrically. And it's really a cool album. But just about every song on that album is 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 excellent, absolutely excellent.
Cool what they used to do with albums, and we don't do that much anymore. But I think it was Physical Graffiti, Led Zeppelin didn't have the pull out and the windows on the front.
Yep.
that
Yeah, I
changed.
Yep.
think so.
Very
Yep.
cool.
Well, you used to slide it. You slide it out. Well, you slide it in. It says physical graffiti, but you
Yeah, yep.
slide it out. And it's got pictures of everybody in drag
Yep,
and whatever.
right on.
Yeah.
Next up, Sir Michael Philip Jagger.
One more time,
Mick Jagger.
Mick.
Good old Mick.
What's your thoughts?
We used to have a nickname for him, but
Did you?
since this is live, I'll be nice.
Okay.
I can guess where that's going.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no, it took me a long time to reappreciate the Stones. I liked the Stones when I was a kid. Um, for a while there, I kind of I don't know, I kind of distanced myself from the Stones for a while. I guess I didn't like what they had going on.
Okay.
Um,
Fair enough.
the video for "I'm Just Waiting on a Friend," yeah. So anyway, kind of different, but as I've gotten older, and recreated, like I said, recreated that playlist, I've discovered that there's a lot more Stone songs I like than I gave myself credit for before.
Okay.
We have
Next up,
another question from
go ahead.
Patrick Pops
Go ahead.
and Tyler. Any professional training? What is your range and how do you deal with octave ranges?
Um, the only quote unquote professional training I've had has just been through school. Like choir directors and stuff through school. And as far as octave range, I I couldn't tell you. I just do what I do and try and find what I can find. If I know that I'm having a tough time and not going to be able to hit that octave, I will search and find a harmonic note, or I'll uh, bring it down an octave and try and resonate my voice a little bit so it it
Okay.
takes place of the pitch. You know, does that make sense?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know
Is
what
that
you're saying.
understandable?
definitely.
I
Okay.
really don't. I guess I really don't have any other way to explain it.
Okay.
But
Yeah, I understood that.
but
We've
as far as just having an idea of what I can do, it's never really been an issue as to can I go to a high A or a high C? I don't know. I just love to sing and I do what I do
right
and
on.
hope for the best.
Right on. Right on. Thanks for your
Awesome.
questions, Pat. We appreciate you chiming in.
Thanks, Patrick.
Um, Rod Stewart. What do you think about Rod Stewart?
I love Rod Stewart's voice, man. Stay with
Right on.
me.
Right
Stay
on.
with me is one of a great song. Hot Legs is another great
Yeah.
song.
Right on.
I like the old, the old rock and roll Rod
Right on.
versus the 80s pop radio elevator music Rod.
All right. He will be
I mean, don't get me wrong, money's money,
right.
but
Right, yeah. You
come
see a lot of
on,
that in the music industry,
Yeah.
come
money is
on,
money.
Come on.
exactly,
Come
exactly,
He,
on.
he'll
come
be 80.
on.
He'll be 81 years old the 10th.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's
he's getting
crazy.
up there, right?
Here's one for you.
Um,
Stephen Ray Perry.
Steve
Jimmy.
Perry, I love Steve Perry.
yeah, he's
A
on
lot
mine
of
too.
Amazing
Yeah, a lot of
singer.
people have compared me to Steve Perry
Cool.
throughout the years. Another one of them vocalists you got to kind of be careful of as far as what you're gonna do but if you can hit it and nail it, it will blow people out of the water. And
Absolutely.
I've done it.
So my question real quick for you, me,
Yeah.
so as far as Steve Perry goes, how do you feel about Arnel Pineda? I mean, obviously extreme talent, the guy who, filled in for Steve years later. But I mean,
Yeah.
how do you feel as in like some people would say, oh, he's just a copycat, how do you feel about that? Like,
I think kudos to him.
Yeah, for
yeah,
sure.
see, I'm in agreement.
That's
Like,
that's what I say. A great job, brother.
Yep.
yeah.
You are where a lot of people would love to be. And usually the ones that are talking smack like that are the ones that are bummed because they're not there.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Right.
we all have dreams and we all want to get there,
That's like
but
a rock star movie, reality,
there's no
the
need.
movie with Mark Wahlberg, how
Yeah,
he gets to
yeah,
join. It's like the same type of thing to me. It's like how he got that opportunity, they found him on the internet and it's just
yeah.
wow,
What a
what an
great
amazing
honor!
story.
Very
What
cool.
a great honor!
For
Next
sure.
up,
Heck yeah!
next up on my list here is getting down to the last few. One of our, I think we both agree, one of the greatest guitar players ever, Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Oh,
I think what a great singer too, man. Wow.
Absolutely.
my hero, my hero. Um, I was 18 years old. Um, we had just moved out to Phoenix, Arizona. I lived in Indiana for 3 years. Was in high school in Indiana for 3 years, and my dad got an opportunity for a business opportunity in Arizona. So my senior year in high school, I spent in Arizona. And one of my friends and I were walking through the mall that day, the Metro Mall in Phoenix, Arizona, the second biggest mall in the world at the time, and walked into the radio or the music store, and they had Stevie Ray Vaughan's Soul to Soul album playing, and I stopped. I swear to God, I just stopped dead in my tracks, and a chill ran down my spine, and I was just like, "Who is that? Who
Right.
is that? I've got to get that right now. Who is that?" And my buddy's like, "Oh, that's Stevie Ray Vaughan. You never heard him?" I'm like, "No, God, no, I've never heard that." And I picked up Soul to Soul that day, and I picked up Texas Flood that day, and was a week later, and I picked up Couldn't Stand the Weather,
Oh man.
and then after that, it was Live Alive, and then I couldn't wait for Instep, and then that Instep hit in 1989, and I saw that tour in Detroit. I saw the 1987 tour in Detroit, where the Fabulous
Wow.
Thunderbirds and Jimmy Vaughn opened for him.
Nice.
And I saw him in 1986 when Greg Allman opened for him, when
Wow.
I'm No Angel was hitting the charts and doing really well at that time.
Wow. So, on a side note, his keyboardist, Reese Winans, man, that guy's nuts with his playing
Oh
on the
yeah.
keyboard. His fingers are
Yeah.
about 8 inches long, all over the
Mhm.
place.
Been doing a lot of work with Joe Bonamassa too.
Really cool. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Very cool.
Now, have you guys ever listened to any of the Archangels stuff? It's
I do not
older.
believe so.
Uh-uh.
It's older, but it is Chris Layton and Tommy Shannon
Really?
from Double Trouble with um, Doyle Bramall and Charlie Sexton, who were close childhood friends of Stevie Ray. And Doyle Bramall Jr. was the one who put together most of the Instep album with Stevie Ray Vaughan. And
Wow.
after Stevie got killed in the helicopter crash, those guys put that album Archangels together. And there's some really good tracks on that. That Too Many Ways to Fall is a good track off of that.
Wow. Very cool.
Spanish Moon. It's worth checking out. You guys might want to look into it because I know that you guys are fans of Double Trouble as well as Stevie Ray.
Absolutely.
Definitely. I've just got a few more on this list here. And let's see. I don't know if you ever heard this guy's real name, Stephen Victor Tallarico. Steven Tyler.
Another
Yeah.
another incredible performer, man.
Uh-huh.
That guy
Yeah.
is like the Energizer Bunny on steroids.
Right.
I
Yeah.
just when I saw the Get a Grip tour in '90 there at the Palace, he is just unbelievable. I don't know how he does it.
Yeah,
Um,
they even had a National Geographic special on him because he had his issues with his vocal cords. I don't know if you ever seen that years ago.
I
I think they had to
remember.
go in and cauterize or do some things with his vocal cords. Very cool
Wild.
though.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I have two left on the list. One lady, Whitney Elizabeth Houston. What do you think about her?
Oh,
Beautiful, huh?
gorgeous,
Yeah, she's
gorgeous
on
voice.
mine as well.
And last on my list, William Bruce Rose Jr., aka Axl Rose. What do you think about Axl?
Don't. I was never a big fan of
No?
Axel.
Okay.
Never a big
Well,
fan of Axel. Him. Have you guys heard Vince Neil's 25 or 6 to 4?
I have
Mm-mm.
no, I haven't
Very, very cool.
really.
Very cool. Make sure
Okay.
you check that out too.
Okay. Um, so that was pretty much that's the end of my list. I think Brett's got some other ones that I didn't bring up.
Yeah, I got a couple that you didn't have. Let's see here.
Well,
Did you have Aretha?
nope, I didn't have Aretha.
Okay, I had Aretha on mine.
Queen of
Um,
Soul.
yes, Chris Cornell.
Oh, the Audio Slave. I'm more of a fan of Audio Slave than I was the Soundgarden stuff. I mean, don't get me wrong, because I like Soundgarden too, but I
Yeah,
liked Audio Slave better.
I think I was the same. Yeah, I think
he
I
was
liked more
yeah,
Audioslave tunes than Soundgarden.
he was
Uh-huh.
amazing.
Really like Set It Off from their first album.
Yeah, good
Oh
tune.
yeah.
I
Um,
always wanted to do. I was always like to find a band that could do that song. That would be a lot of fun.
Heck yeah.
heck yeah. Jinx, show me a soda.
Right.
Chester Bennington, Lincoln Park was on
Lincoln
there.
Park was never one of my favorites either. I just it's at that high pitch. I don't know. I guess maybe I didn't give him much of a chance, but the first song that was big for them, um, we used to play in the rotation, like in between sets at the bars, when I was with Alibi a lot, and they just never caught my ear
Okay.
because I guess maybe it's the more progressive thing. I don't know. I'm just
Right on.
maybe a too hardcore classic rock blues. I don't know.
Gotcha.
Um, I
I
had to
try not
include
to
Jelly
be.
Roll because he was just offered, by the Grand Ole Opry to join, and I give mad props to that.
Amen.
His journey's been incredible, and I think he's got an incredible voice as well. I was blessed enough to see him live with Yellow Wolf. Great show. Yeah, he's really good live too. So it's not like a lot of vocal effects or none of that. He just does it raw, man. It's awesome to
Right.
see.
Another
So I
guy,
had to include
uh,
him.
another guy I like, as far as vocally, that is along the lines of Jelly Roll is Chris Stapleton.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
Excellent.
Absolutely. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, you're still there. Where's the video?
I heard him.
Heard him say, uh-oh, difficulties happen. And
That they do.
we
Uh-oh.
lost. Maybe he'll chime back in.
Well, Patrick, he cannot answer your question currently, but Patrick has another question.
Right on. We'll give him a minute, see if he comes back or not.
Yeah,
But yeah,
for
we
sure.
in the meantime, we appreciate everybody chiming in and
Absolutely,
keep
guys.
helping us grow. And we are slowly getting more followers, more subscribers. So eventually we can get this thing live on YouTube. try something different. And
Right, which that is the thing, guys, that we're gonna try to do. If we can get we need the 50 subscribers and we can do it directly from the YouTube platform. So we want to
right,
give that a try.
and hoping that, yeah, hoping we can get there and try something different, It just and I've got about 7 invites out. Hopefully Mel Brook will be up soon. Our buddy Patrick that's listening now. Thanks, Pat. We're gonna have him on again soon in the next week or two to
Yes.
discuss music again in the series.
I
Looking
bet you we
forward.
won't have anyone asking as many questions as he does because he's
Right,
on point with his questions, man. He's rocking it.
that was good. Well, listen, looks like looks like we lost Tyler, not Steven Tyler, but looks like we lost him.
Maybe someday, folks.
Right.
We just got to keep getting bigger and bigger, you know.
Yeah. Hoping to get I've got some invites out to some pretty famous people actually, and they've seen the inquiry, if you will, and whether they respond or not, obviously, they got time for peons, but
Right.
you never know.
Mm.
It happens, Look at Blue Eyes Below ended up on the History Channel because they found him
So cool.
on online. Like you said, you never know. But
Exactly.
it looks like we have lost our buddy Tyler, and we are just going to call this a wrap. And we appreciate you, Tyler.
Yes, very
Unfortunately, we
much,
lost
man.
you, but we'll have to have you on again at some point. And
Yes.
we will see you next week. Not sure if it's going to be Glenn Brook or not. I'm waiting to hear back from her. If not, I think we will have Pat on. Pat is gracious enough to lend us his time, and we'll discuss music some more. We'll let you know as soon as I find out, and we appreciate you all again.
Absolutely,
And
guys.
we will see you next week, one way or another, on the Vancona Sessions. Peace from Grovetown.
Peace from Peck.